So last week, Josh, his girlfriend of 4 years cheated on him with a guy that she works with. He is thinking not necessarily about his girlfriend and is trying to kind of work through that whole situation, but is thinking about the girlfriend of the, quote, toolbag she cheated on him with.
Yeah, so that's what he wanted advice on. He's like, all right, should I tell the girlfriend of the tool bag that, she's dating a cheating tool bag?
Yeah, so, I mean, there were kind of two parts to this. One, we were like, hey, if you want to try to salvage the relationship with your girlfriend who cheated, we would recommend that she quit her job.
Yeah, because he was contemplating that. He wasn't sure if that was going to be salvageable. But in the meantime, he was just like, all right, what do I tell the other girl, though?
Yeah, exactly. So we did get an update.
Yes. So he said, hey, Ben and Kelly, thanks for talking about my situation. Never thought I would hear back from so many people that told me they knew it was me you all were talking about. Ha, ha, ha. So anyway, I decided I was going to tell Mr. Toolbag's girlfriend that he's been cheating on her with my girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
Which, sidebar, she and I did talk, and she admitted she was wrong and is willing to work on a relationship, but doesn't want to quit yet because she doesn't have another job lined up.
Oh.
I know.
Oh.
I thought that was extremely sus, too, so I don't know what I'm going to do about her. Anyway, back to Mr. Toolbag's girlfriend. I found her on Instagram and messaged her. I told her I was a friend of her toolbag boyfriend and needed to talk to her.
Oh, my God.
I could see that she saw my message, but she didn't reply.
Okay.
I messaged her again and said that I had some important information that she should know, and could we meet up to talk?
Okay, this, like, if I'm the girl and I'm getting these random DMs from a guy like that, I'm not paying attention to it either.
She says, he says, I know that sounded creepy. I mean, she's getting a message from a random dude on IG asking to meet up. I get it.
Got it. Right.
But what was I supposed to do? When that hit a dead end, I had my sister figure out where she works. A bank.
And his sister.
Yep. And decided I would make an appointment to talk about retirement or something like that.
What is happening here?
And again, just writing this to you makes me sound like a gigantic creeper, LOL.
Right.
So I met with her to help me financially plan my future. All the while, she's talking and smiling, and I'm not hearing a word she's saying and trying to figure out how I'm going to tell her that her tool bag of a boyfriend's cheating on her.
Wow.
Then I'm thinking to myself, why would I tell her while she's at work?
True.
That seemed like a dirtbag move. And there's no way I'll convince her to meet me outside of work to tell her. So when she asks me what I think of what she's proposing, I blurt out that I know her boyfriend's cheating on her because she's with my girlfriend.
Oh, my gosh.
I just started vomiting words and I couldn't stop.
Wow.
I told her where they work and how I knew, and I thought she was a nice person and wanted to tell her so she could find someone who would respect her and treat her right.
Okay.
When I stopped, there was silence.
Oh, God.
She just looked at me and then finally said that she was confused and wanted to know if I was still interested in financial planning.
Like, this dude out of nowhere, she's thinking that she's like trying to financially plan his future. Then he's like, your boyfriend's cheating on you. And she's like, so what about this whole thing that I prepared for you?
I told her, sure, because who isn't? Right.
Oh my God.
But then I told her I was sorry she had to hear it from me like this and explained that I was hurting too because it was my girlfriend that he cheated on her with.
Oh, gosh.
She was quiet for a while and finally said, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Told me if I had any other questions about financial planning to call her. Okay. And excused herself.
Oh, wow. So she's kind of almost being dismissive. Like, okay, if you want to talk financial planning, call me. But
well, it was probably a lot to process, and she
sure.
was at work and probably very aware
right.
that, her reaction would be judged if she had one.
True.
So that was a couple of days ago, and I just got a message back from her on Instagram asking if we could talk. So we're going to talk later this week on the phone and go from there. Thank you for helping me out, because I probably would have just kept it all to myself and not said anything. I'll keep you posted as to what happens later this week.
All right, so immediately my mind goes to
Stop it. That's where you were to begin with.
I think
At the very beginning when you were like, you need to tell her, and then maybe you could get a little date out of it.
Well, I think maybe, just maybe, there is some common ground here.
This is the beginning of their epic love story.
Where,
And you'll finally dump your Michael Graves toaster at their wedding.
Listen, I don't even know if they make these things anymore. They probably don't. It's been years. I've been trying to unload it for literally years. Wow, Josh, that literally read like a movie script.
It really did. That was a scene out of a rom-com. And then they end up getting married in the end. So, yeah.
We don't know anything about that. But it is set up to be, I guess, we're set up to have yet another update, I guess.
Yes, he said. He'd let us know how their second talk goes.
All right. So,
and then maybe he can also get some planning done for his financial future.
Is it because I'm kind of going back to the whole situation in and of itself, because I'm a guy and I realize that sometimes you just do first and think later.
Yeah, that sounds like that's what happened here.
Right. And so he realized once he was sitting across the desk from her, hearing about all this financial stuff, that he's going, how in the world am I going to actually tell her what I came here to tell her about?
In this setting? Yeah. He realized she's at work.
Right.
This is probably the worst place to tell her.
Yeah, for sure. So,
but he did it anyway.
And I think he probably lucked out because maybe just based on how he said her reaction was, that maybe she was either almost like this was confirming something for her.
Yeah, it almost feels like that maybe her calm under that kind of a situation was that
like she already knew,
super surprising
or
to
right,
her.
Right.
Yeah.
Like her tool bag boyfriend.
Maybe she had indications that she was dating a tool bag.
I don't know. Does anybody have a story of how they met like this? Where you met after you confided in one another over your cheating partners?
That would be interesting. I'd like to hear that.
I'd be interested to hear if anybody's got a story like that. 502-795-1997. But Josh, thank you for the update, man. And yes, definitely we'll check back in with you later this week or early next week and see if there's an update and whether or not you are now.
Stop it! Stop!
Getting yourself financially planned.
Is that gonna be our new code word? Let's go talk about some financial planning.
All night we talk financial planning. I'm telling you.
That could be the new code word. I like that. Sassy.
Deposits were made.
That works so well. Oh, it's unexpected how
Deposits
well that works.
and withdrawals, really.
Oh my gosh!
There were multiple deposits and multiple withdrawals.
Stop it!
We're talking financial planning, are we not?
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. We've just completely changed how people think about that entire industry, didn't we? We
Well,
did.
Josh, good luck to you. And
if anybody else has a financial planning visit planned for today, you're going to sit there and giggle like a school kid.
Shoot.
And they're not going to know why.
They're not going to know why. All right, there's your update.